Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. So today I have a pretty interesting unboxing. Now this knife comes from North Mountain Blade, and I stumbled upon this knife on Instagram. And what really caught my attention was the blade finish on it. It's an interesting steel. It's SLD Magic San Mai is what they're calling it. It is a button lock, and I'm not a fan of button lock knives. However, this one was interesting enough blade-wise, but I'm going to be unboxing it with the Vosteed Corgi. This is a button lock that really surprised me. Now, the only reason why I ended up with one of these was Vosteed reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to check it out. Of course, I said yes, and I actually really like this knife. It's a really, really good button lock knife, and it's actually a knife I would recommend. And for the price point, it's excellent. Can't really go wrong with Vosteed knives these days. They're pumping out some awesome stuff. This is called the Chop 2, and I believe Melissa Backwoods actually did a short on it, which also played a part in why I wanted to pick one of these up too, just because of what she was saying about it and how cool that, again, the SLD Magic San Mai finish was on it. Here is, you guys can pause it if you'd like, but this is actually a breakdown of the San Mai that they make. So it's an interesting blade. You can see in this picture how cool it is. If you're interested, you can pause and read it. I'm definitely going to read it after this, but don't know too much about the blade steel. Here is some more of their information. And believe it or not, I actually picked up one of these blades. I forgot the name of it, but I will be doing an unboxing on that as well. Let's get to the knife. Really great packaging. I never got a knife in basically a mini Pelican box. So very nice. Here it is, and it is vacuum sealed, which I found very interesting. You do have a filler tab here for the pocket clip. I'm assuming it's reversible. But yeah, there it is. Again, a nice case for the price point. This is only $80 on their website, which I will leave a link down below where you guys can check them out. But that's what their logo looks like. And again, they make some awesome products. Now, I've never had a knife vacuum sealed before. I'm going to do my best not to cut the knife. I'm sure once I puncture it, the air will go, yeah. So, again, very interesting. Maybe it has something to do with to keep moisture out, which is, I think, pretty smart for a company to do that. Okay, so it's actually vacuum sealed twice. Oh, never mind. It just seemed like it was, but it's packaged twice. So you guys can see the oil there. Really quick, I'm just going to wipe it off screen just so I don't get oil everywhere. So I'm going to do that really quick. Alright, so the oil is all wiped off. I'm going to give you guys a close look at this knife before I deploy it. So you got black G10. Liners are recessed, but reasoning behind why I got the black G10 is I can eventually slim them down and put a cooler material on top if I choose to. But you have a brass backspacer with some nice jimping on there and a nice stone wash. I really like that rough finish. I'm a sucker for a stone wash, so really like that. You have a flipper tab only for deployment. You do have the button as well for deployment, which we will give it a go here in just a moment. You have a just a regular pocket clip, not deep carry, which I'm okay with. I'm not a fan of deep carry. Not reversible. And now I know why they have that filler tab. You can actually go pocket clip less if you'd like to have a cleaner look. But there's their logo on the pocket clip. Let's check out the action same time. So action's actually really nice. It's got, hold on, before we check out that blade. Okay, so very, very smooth. Definitely riding on bearings, but yeah, that's actually really nice. Very snappy. It's got some snap to it. And an interesting sound. I don't know if the camera's or the microphone's gonna pick that up. It's got a nice solid button lock, if that makes any sense. But this is one of the reasons why I got it. I love that sand my Hamon kind of look to it. This side is definitely higher. You get more of that effect, but just really, really cool. And it is a Tonto. You have a really interesting sandblasted finish. Who knows? Maybe I might etch and stone wash it, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to mess it up. But just beautifully done. Nice swedge at the top. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Ergos, really, really good in hand. I mean, you have that finger choil and that flipper tab acts as a really nice guard. Again, really, really comfortable since you do have that neutral design for the handle. But yeah, that drop shut action is really, really nice, and this thing has got some weight to it. It's a really good weight. Not only because of that brass backspacer, but that blade actually nice and chunky too. Pretty thick stock. You have a little bit of jimping here, very thin, but very well done. But yeah, that's really nice. The Chop 2 from North Mountain Blade. Let's take a look at that backspacer again. Do like, again, that finish. Okay, and I just realized it has, yeah, it's got a track down the center of it on the inside, so closed up. And we can check if it's centered, but there you go, perfectly centered. Apparently that's one difficult thing to do if you do provide a backspacer with a kind of a groove like this. If it's off-centered, you can tell immediately, but you guys can see that thing is perfectly centered, which is really nice. And this is kind of what I based my faux Hamon finish off of knives like this and some other knives that I've seen out there in the world. So just really, really pretty stuff. And then really quick, let's check out how sharp this thing is. Got some paper right here. And yeah, we're looking pretty darn sharp over here. It's definitely a thicker cutting edge. It's not that thin towards the edge, but it does slice if you cut into the paper. If you try to just push through, it won't do it, but it needs that slicing motion. Let's see if the tip is sharp too. Oh yeah, definitely sharp. Again, it likes that slicing motion, but safe to say this thing is sharp. And I gotta say, I really like it. Again, not that big into button locks, but this one's actually pretty interesting. I really like that sound it makes when it flies out. It's got a little ting to it. But let me know what you guys think down below. I always appreciate you guys' input. This one's definitely a knife that I might be customizing soon. Maybe just do a bolster and then epoxy it in. Lots of options. But as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next one.